The news at noon starts right now.
It's very likely an officer's body camera video could hold the answers to what led him to shoot and kill a man earlier this morning.
According to San Antonio Police Chief William McManus, the officer says the man was reaching for a gun at the time.
Katrina Weber reports some people at that apartment complex where this happened, though, are disputing that story.
Friends and family bring flowers and candles, their way of remembering a man who'd been dead only hours. A San Antonio police officer shot and killed 34-year-old Ruben Garcia at the Winston Square Apartments overnight. The officer says he saw him here on South General McMullen, not far from Kennedy High School, with a gun in his waistband.
He attempted to stop that individual. He ran. At some point during that chase, the officer attempted to tase him.
Chief William McManus told news crews the taser had no effect, and Garcia fought with the officer over the gun.
At some point during that struggle, the officer stepped back and shot the individual.
Chief McManus says his department still has to do a full investigation into what happened here, but people who live here say they've already made up their minds and they don't like what they saw or heard.
He didn't pull out a gun at all. Like, he was laying on the floor and with his hands like that, and when his hands were like that, that's when he started shooting him in the back.
Jesse Garcia, who is not related, says at one point he feared he might be shot too.
Pointed at us and we're like, hey, we're just, we're coming because we heard a bunch of commotion. We looked over and
we just want to know why they did it. He wasn't doing nothing.
Family members are at a loss. Sabrina Carrion says she's trying to figure out how to tell her 5 children their father is dead.
Basically, we have no hope now because he's gone, especially me. Like, he was everything.
She described Ruben Garcia as a protector, but someone who also made mistakes in life. McManus says he had a long criminal history. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
All right, taking a look at live cam, taking you outside right now. Look, things looking pretty good out there. It's a little bit warmer this weekend. Hopefully things kind of cool down a little bit this week.
They will. They will. We're going to get some slightly cooler readings, so that's nice. In due large part to what you saw right there, cloud cover. It helps. It helps a little bit. And right now, temperatures are in the low 80s with mostly cloudy skies. I want to go right to the radar because that's what we're watching. We've got some showers out there. Nothing that's been very heavy today. And quite honestly, we haven't gotten much here in San Antonio. But we are going to watch for some light showers out to the west of town. These may work in our direction, and they are. Likely reaching here in the next couple of hours, but once they move in, it will be, again, very, very light. We've also got some showers and storms down to the south and east of us. These are generally lifting north, so likely seeing east of San Antonio. Bottom line, about a 20 to 30% chance of some showers today, and we'll certainly keep an eye on the radar. You can also follow along on the radar on our KSAT weather app if you're going to be out and about. Here's a look at some of the sky cover when we're talking clouds. And you can see we've got breaks just to the east of town. But as you go west, it's fairly cloudy. You've got some of those light showers. 80 in Hondo, 73 Kerrville, 83 in San Antonio right now. And low to mid 80s for most of us here in town. The forecast today, about a 30% chance of rain, as I said. Temperatures make their way up to about 85 or so, and then down into the low 80s by 7 o'clock. Eventually mid 70s by midnight with mostly cloudy skies. We've got another small rain chance tomorrow, and then rain chances pick up a little bit on Wednesday. We've got a storm system coming in. We're going to talk more about that and the extended forecast too, with some interesting temperatures potentially as we head towards Halloween. More on that in just a bit, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Today, the first day of early voting for the November 7th election. There won't be any federal offices on this year's ballot, but 14 Texas constitutional amendments will be, along with a few local offices. Registered voters can vote at any polling site during the early voting period. It ends on November 3rd. Election Day, November 7th. For a complete list of all the amendments and other items on the ballots, you go ahead and scan this QR code on the screen. That's going to take you to all of the information that we have on the election, and you can also find polling location information.
Today, Edgewood ISD will be hosting another community meeting to discuss plans to close some of the district's campuses. The closures are not finalized, but the district's proposal names as many as 10 campuses. The next community meeting will be held this evening at Memorial High School, the auditorium there, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. A committee will take public comments into consideration, then make recommendations for the school board to vote on in November.
And the San Antonio Home Rehabilitation Program reopening today. The program helps with funding through a forgivable loan to low and moderate income households to help with home rehabilitation to address health, safety, or code issues. Applications will be accepted until November 20th. If you want to read more about what that program covers, just look for this story on KSAT12.
All right, Ursula, we all know that Texas is big, and a new exhibit at the Whitty Museum takes visitors along an exciting journey through the diverse habitats of the Lone Star State.
Tiffany Huerta shows us what you can learn that lies beneath our feet and above our heads in the Lone Star State that you may never have noticed before.
We see 8 ecoregions here in Texas, making us an incredibly ecologically diverse state.
You can examine rarely seen natural history specimens and artwork from the Whitty Museum collection at the latest exhibit, A State of Exploration.
This is an incredible place to come and learn without going out into a wild space and potentially disturbing some of the things that we see here.
There is an explorer's corner where you can practice sketching the animals and plants, and a station where you can listen to bird sounds.
One of our founders, Ellen Quillen, began this collection with her high school students. It was a fundraiser to purchase this beginning collection, and again, this is kind of the foundation of which we've grown on for almost 100 years now.
This exhibit allows you to explore all the different parts of Texas, from the deserts and mountains of West Texas to the tropics of South Texas. Here, we have a very special animal, the ocelot, that can be found in the Rio Grande Valley. Abby, how important are these animals to Texas?
So these animals, I feel like, are one of those, when you think about Texas, this is one of those species that is our representation. And they're so, so important because they need our help. Unfortunately, we only see about 80 to 100 left of these individuals here in Texas.
If you want to learn more, the exhibit is on display through March 17th, 2024. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
All right, pretty cool stuff there. So we are counting down the days to Spurs opening night. Yes, that's right. Coming up, what point guard Trey Jones is saying about taking the silver and black back to the top.
The timeline for a ground invasion still unclear as the deadly strikes on Gaza continue. I'm Inez de la Cuetara in Jerusalem, and I'll have all the latest coming up.
Welcome back. Now to the escalating war between Israel and Hamas. President Biden and other Western leaders pressing Israel to delay their expected ground invasion against Hamas militants in Gaza as its forces also step up their aerial bombing.
Now, some humanitarian aid has been allowed into Gaza, but advocates say much more is needed to alleviate the suffering there. ABC's Inez de la Cuetara reports all this comes as the fears grow for a wider conflict breaking out in the same region.
As Israel steps up its aerial attacks on suspected Hamas targets in Gaza, Israeli authorities also gearing up to launch a full-scale ground invasion in the hopes of wiping out Hamas. But according to a senior administration official, President Biden and other Western allies are urging Israel to delay their offensive, hoping that any pause could allow additional hostages still being held by Hamas to be freed. Israel's defense force increasing their count of hostages taken from Israel to 222. Some Israelis gathering outside of the IDF headquarters concerned about those hostages. The IDF saying, "We will begin the next stage of this war at a time that is of our choosing and best for us operationally." That expected ground war in response to the Hamas terror attack that killed 1,400. Already, more than 5,000 have been killed in Gaza, with over 15,000 injured, according to the Hamas-led health ministry. Entire neighborhoods wiped out, building after building reduced to rubble. Overnight, this refugee camp struck. Health officials in Gaza say more than 40 were killed, mostly women and children. Rescue crews searching the rubble for any survivors. Young children rushed to the hospital. The same camp also hit by shelling on Sunday. Over the weekend, more than 30 aid trucks were allowed through Egypt's Rafah crossing into southern Gaza, bringing much-needed food, water, and medical supplies. But hundreds of trucks normally enter Gaza each day, and advocates say much more is needed to ease the suffering of the Palestinian people.
We need secure and sustainable access in that region so that we can feed. This is a catastrophe happening, and we just simply have to get these trucks in.
And many arguing that the real solution is a ceasefire.
The only thing the international community is doing is pushing for some humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip, not even a ceasefire. This is dehumanization for Palestinian people.
Clashes are also intensifying along Israel's northern border with Iran-backed Hezbollah militants in Lebanon. More Israeli towns in the north are also being evacuated, with fears that that could become a new front in the war. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Taking a look outside with live cam, we've got something we just love to see, clouds, but also maybe a shower or two around you.
Yeah, there's still some rain showing up on the radar. We're going to have an opportunity for a couple of light showers today. Nothing that's very heavy, but the aquifers certainly could use some rain. It's down at 10 of a foot, 632.9, still in very bad shape when you look at the average. In your pollen count, just 4 allergens today, and they're all low: mold, ragweed, pigweed, and fall elm. We look at the radar, and we look at the extended forecast too, coming up.
The countdown to Halloween is on, and SA Live is all about some spooky fun.
Cannot wait. Yeah, one of the best times of the year. We hear you all are talking about costumes for the question of the day. Mike and Fiona.
Yes. All right. We want to know, what is your Halloween costume horror story? Did something not go right?
Yeah.
Scan that QR code.
Did you have one that just really, people are like going, what?
What are you?
Yeah.
Did it go over people's heads? Anything?
Holiday costume.
Fess up.
Maybe I had like a wardrobe malfunction. One time I was the character Slappy from Goosebumps, and there was some weird stuff going on. Wardrobe malfunction, but I think people, let's just keep it at that.
RJ, you may want to go to commercial break if you keep going on this story here, so I don't know.
Well, you know how we have a new mascot here at KSAT, right?
Yes. KSAT Mike.
Many moons ago, when we first had the logo that we currently use, I made myself into a Mike flag.
Oh my gosh.
I painted a box.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yes.
And nobody knew what it was. So I'm walking around with a box and nobody knew what the heck I was.
Wasn't that the party at my house? Anyway, another story. So,
I have four solid stories from that
scan
party.
the QR code and let us know. And send pictures too if you have them.
Will do, definitely, yes.
Halloween,
right around the corner.
Yeah, Mike throws a heck of a Halloween party.
Hey, all right. Some story times.
I'll tell you about one of the costumes later.
Yikes. Good times, huh? Hey, speaking of Halloween, it's coming up, right, obviously. We could have some interesting weather for Halloween. If we're looking beyond our 7-day forecast, does look like it's going to get a little chilly and perhaps wet. Timing still very much in question, but we're going to be talking more about that in the coming days. So just keep that on your radar, no pun intended. Let's go to radar. We've got some showers and a few storms out there that we're watching near the coast. Some light showers west of San Antonio. These are lifting north, and these are, again, very, very light, but they will provide a few sprinkles for folks in Medina County and around Bandera. We may see some of these showers work a little bit closer to San Antonio here in the coming hours. Nothing to get too excited about. Because this is not going to drop much rain at all. But let me show you some of the heavier downpours, and we have those around Yorktown and Cuero. You're seeing a little bit of rain. We do have the lightning tracker turned on, but no lightning strikes yet. I think we could see a few. These will be lifting north towards Smiley, so you can expect a quick downpour there. They're moving pretty quickly. Same story in Cuero. You already got some rain, but another little batch of downpours moving in, and we'll probably be there here in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. And then there's more along the coast around Victoria. We'll see some of those work in. Even a few light showers out near Kern City and working up towards Floresville. But as we said, just not much going on in San Antonio, at least right now. We're going to keep in a 30% chance of rain today. Let me show you one of our computer models. And it does show a few showers generally east of town, and then the bulk of the action staying off to our north and west. Even as we get into tonight, this is around 10 o'clock, shows some showers and storms. Maybe Del Rio up to Rock Springs, just not much here. And it has to do with the way the flow is setting up. A lot of that energy for Norma is just being pushed to our north and northwest. We're just not feeling the full effect of it, which is unfortunate, but at least we are still getting a few showers. And I think tomorrow, kind of the same situation, 30% chance of rain. That's what we have most of today. 85 degrees at 4 o'clock, 85 at 5 p.m. When you pick up the kids from school, there could be a few showers out and about. And then as we get into tonight, we'll bring rain chances down a little bit, and we'll fall into the 70s with mostly cloudy skies. And some gusty winds, too, I might add. Winds could be gusty from time to time today, so be aware of that. And that really is going to be the case next couple of days. So if you have some of those inflatables for Halloween out in your yard, make sure they're tied down pretty good. Rainfall through Thursday morning is going to be highest off to our north and west, where I showed you where some of that heavy rain likely sets up. There could be 1 to 2 inches up there, but here around San Antonio, if we're lucky, I think it's going to be more in the order of 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. And I think the bulk of that probably comes Wednesday night. Weather where you live, if we look at the time lapse, a couple of showers came through this morning, and now we're left with mostly cloudy skies. 83, as we mentioned. Some places still in the 70s, though. Cloud cover's helping keep temperatures down. You can see there's quite a bit of it. Some breaks east of town along I-10 and as you go south, but most everyone else is looking at lots of cloud cover. And there's water vapor showing Norma. This is what's left of Norma feeding up through Texas. That's why we're seeing some of the rain today. But as we look long term, that moves away, upper level low moves in. And this is what gives us our rain chances as we head into Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. It was a little bit closer. I think we could see some showers and storms, and that's probably our best opportunity for rain in the extended forecast. So 84 Tuesday, 86 Wednesday, 40% chance of rain Wednesday, 20% Thursday. We bump it back up to 30% chance Friday, and over the weekend, low chances. But beyond that, as I was saying, at the top of weather, we could see a pretty strong cold front moving in around Halloween, so we'll keep you posted there. Ooh. Here's Stephen.
It's a new week, so we have a new week of closures for you. Be on the lookout if your travels take you anywhere in or around the Alamo City. Now, let's talk about what's happening here along US 90, one of the busiest corridors, where we see a lot of traffic in those eastbound lanes. Concrete work could slow drivers down, though. That work begins Monday, October 23rd and takes us to Friday, October 27th, 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. That's when drivers are going to see a single eastbound main lane closure from West Military Drive to General McMullen. Let's go ahead and take a drive now to I-10 over on the opposite side, East Bexar County, where we do have road work that will also begin and take us all the way to the end of the work week, October 27th. This is overnight, though, 8 in the evening to 6 in the morning, and that's when we will see a single eastbound main lane closure from Graytown Road to File Road, so just be on the lookout there. One more for you here along I-10 in Kendall County, where we have paint work. Now, this also pretty much starts around the same time, 9 in the morning, and should finish at 3 in the afternoon. Takes us to the end of the work week, but we're going to see alternating lane closures on the frontage road in both directions. That's east and west from Scenic Loop Road to State Highway 46. Plan your commute ahead of time. You can scan this QR code. I know that's a lot of information, but by scanning that QR code, that information will be at your fingertips. That takes you to our KSAT traffic page, and I have updated the list of closures that are happening this week in and around the Alamo City, so plan your commute ahead of time.
Thank you very much, Steven. Coming up next in sports, the Spurs signed Zach Collins to a nice extension. Find out how long the big man there will be patrolling the paint for the team. And hard to believe this, but the Spurs season is only days away. Point guard Trey Jones talks Wemby, expectations. And speaking of Halloween here, who's the biggest joker on the squad? Sports is coming up next.